dieser Partie ist the voice himself, Russ Bray.
He is back on the European tour after a 3-year absence. Paul Nicholson, the asset, arriving in style to the backdrop of Pulp Fiction. But the facts are here that he is on the big stage once again. The major winner, Paul Nicholson, by way of his success at the Players' Championship finals 7 years ago. And a man who recently regained his PDC Tour card. Also recently securing a Tour card, his opponent today, Ryan Searle, by way of his exploits in last year's Challenge Tour, the Claudio Caniggia of PDC darts. I'm really looking forward to this. The atmosphere is brilliant anyway, but Nicholson's on stage once again. Ryan Searle could do some damage here. Both players in great form. Dan Dawson alongside me for this one.
Look at the TV now. Paul Nicholson back on the Euro Tour stage. It has been too long. I don't care. You might think he looks foolish. You might think all this stuff is nonsense and pantomime, some sort of weird panto vid. This is good. I like this. Get some shades, have a bit of attitude, do a silly John Travolta dance. Why not?
First leg pull to throw first. Game on!
Well, that's one battle he's won already. Winning the right to get things started here. Winner to face Cristo Reyes in the second round tomorrow, 16th seed from Spain. Spartan moving in the right direction on the Pro Tour order merits. And Nicholson kicking things off with a ton 40. Setting the tone very nicely.
Well, look, it's been a mixed bag for Paul Nicholson. He's certainly playing better. He's come back into a bit of form. To be fair, the signs were there at the back end of last year, but it wasn't quite enough to keep hold of his tour card, so he had to go to Q School, as you said, and he was superb. He got better and better as the 4 days went on, winning it outright on the final day, but he already knew he was going to get his card by that point. Back-to-back ton 40s here. However,
it was a great way to finish.
Yeah, but then he didn't even make the UK Open. Having said that, made a last 16 on the third Players' Championship event, which was his best run for 2 years. So it has been a mixed bag, but it's unrealistic, I would think, for a player looking to work his way back into form. And he has had injuries. He's got a shoulder problem. I would imagine he's probably got it strapped up. He uses a lot of tape just to strap up the shoulder when he's playing for extended periods of time. He does it himself as well, which is quite tricky. I think it's quite a time-consuming and awkward process.
Yeah, he started at about 11:15 this morning, I think. But, well, Nicholson also, talking of recent form, is a recent winner against Peter Wright. It was, I think, the first match the first tournament that Peter Wright had played after winning the UK Open at the Players' Championship Series. And Nicholson beat him. Second round of Players' Championship 3 in Barnsley. And then he also gave Barney a good run for his money as well.
Yeah, close going that. Barney produced an excellent final leg to see it off, but he's left himself double top after 12 darts, Paul Nicholson, so this is a strong start to this one. This is the sort of leg he'd have been hoping for. And his first leg of Euro Tour darts for 3 years as Nicholson takes it out for a 13-darter. Yeah, I think it'd be unrealistic for Nicholson, or fans of Nicholson. I think the A-listers is what he referred to them as, the asset fans. I think it'd be unrealistic to expect he's just suddenly going to click and suddenly be back to his old self. He's going to have ups and downs as he works his way back to form, and we will see how far he gets. Maybe he could be as good as he was, maybe he could be even better.
Yeah, but this clearly means a lot to him. But big occasion for Ryan Searle as well, making his European Tour debut. Had that really solid campaign in the Challenge Tour last year. It was a two-way tussle with Rob Cross for much, or certainly in the latter stages of it anyway.
Well, Rob Cross has just won his first PDC event.
And yeah.
And I think that underlines how good a player Rob Cross is.
Yeah, it's a good barometer as well for Searle.
I mean, Rob Cross was only beaten at the UK Open by Peter Wright. Ryan Searle was only beaten at the UK Open by Rob Cross.
But did go down to the final weekend. He wasn't absolutely sure of that second place. As he rattled in a 180. He was challenged by the likes of Richie Burnett and Barry Lynn as well, so there was a degree of pressure on that final day, but he came through unscathed in the end. I think those two suffered very early defeats in that final series, or the final round of matches in that series.
Well, look, Ryan Searle made a semi-final on the Pro Tour, and I think if it weren't for Rob Cross and his heroics, people would be talking about Ryan Searle and about what an incredible impression he's made since coming off the Challenge Tour.
Definitely, yeah. Made the last 32 at the UK Open this year as well, did Ryan. Racked up a lot of money in the qualifiers, $3,000 or so. That was enough to get him into the last 64 as a direct entrant. Nicholson here, threatening again. Well, it may be too little too late, you never know, but he's certainly in the frame here. Bit of pressure for Ryan Searle on 110. Well, even more pressure now.
Well, he's come from nowhere in this low, Paul Nicholson. He's got a shot at this. That's an important last start from Ryan Searle. This would be a killer.
It would be a massive.
To take out 3-2-4 in 6 darts when you are nowhere in the leg. Ooh, yeah, it's horrible. You can smile about it.
A wry smile, but anyway. 41. Best for those sort of things to happen at 1-0 rather than at 5-all. Anyway, 32 for Searle. Awkward.
Game sharpness, second leg.
Moves to the southern tip of the bed and finds his way through.
To throw first. Game on.
And I tell you what, Searle as well had a really tough draw in qualifying for this tournament. Richie Burnett 6-4, I mentioned opponents in the Challenge Tour last year. Wes Newton 6-5, and then Kyle Anderson. And the way Kyle Anderson's been playing over the last 6 months or so, or 12 months even, that is a very notable scalp.
Yeah, he's been very good when he's been allowed in the country, Kyle.
Yeah, that helps. Mind you, Nicholson beat Robert Thornton in his qualifying campaign. Just the 2 matches for Nicholson. The other against Harry Robinson.
100.
I did see a Ryan Searle lookalike at the airport at Heathrow, by the way, on the way out here. First, I was going to go over and say hello, and then I suddenly realised actually it's not him.
Was it a member of the popular late 90s band The Magic Numbers?
Well, whoever it was.
77.
Robin Hood. Drinking a very flamboyant cocktail, that was one indicator.
131.
Just a few little repairs for Nicholson, having Robin Hood at his dart. I think it's probably done some damage to either the stem or the flight, possibly both. Quick change of gear and back again. Paul Nicholson, of course, former Players' Championship Finals winner, or Players' Champion, if you like. He prefers that term.
Yeah.
Beat Mervyn King in the final. Get to see Merv. He's on the way next against Michael Rastovitz.
Yeah. One of the 2 seeds to come through qualifying, Mervyn King.
Sure, there are plenty of Merverts in this big crowd here tonight.
Loads.
Sea of Merverts.
That's just asking a few questions of Nicholson now. 130 from Searle takes him down to a finish of tops, and Nicholson is on 124. So again, no margin for error here. That's a perfect start for him, though. Bully once.
99.
Well, he'll just be hoping and praying that Searle somehow doesn't make this, but 3 cracks at tops for him.
Getting closer.
Lifeline here for Nicholson, maybe. Yeah. And he's trimmed it down to 39 as well.
And it was Scamper to the board, not happy with how he threw or released that dart. The second dart looked really inviting, just to cannon off the barrel, but Searle getting absolutely nowhere near it. And opportunity now for Nicholson to hold his throw. Go back into the lead at 2-1 up.
Paul Nicholson. Full flag, Ryan.
Who's in the Nicholson camp in the corner there? Do we know?
It may
60.
be the North East lads, but I'll have to check.
The Geordie Mafia. Yeah, he's managed by Will Lazar, isn't he? So I've not seen him this weekend, yet.
Not yet. I'm sure he'll turn up if he makes the final.
58.
2-time European Tour runner-up as well is Nicholson, let's not forget. Lost to Wes Newton in the final of the European Darts Trophy 4 years ago. And then the year before that he made the final of the Dutch Darts Masters when he
Whitlock
lost to Whitlock 6-1,
yeah. The all-Aussie final, sort of.
Back of the collar you can see it says the Aussie Geordie.
40.
Won a lot of titles down under, did Paul Nicholson. 13 titles down under in all, as well as 3 PDC floor titles to go with his major title at the Players' Championship Finals.
Played here 3 years ago as well, did Nicholson. Lost to eventual finalist Justin Pipe in the last 16.
140.
And in 2013 he made the last 16 as well. He lost to the eventual champion Dave Chisnell 6-5. So a case of what might have been for him that weekend.
Was that here that year?
That was in Berlin, wasn't it?
Berlin.
Yeah. No, it was here.
It was here. Berlin. Phil Taylor was the one who won this tournament
when he beat Chizzy, Just to clarify that.
Now then, Paul Nicholson.
140.
Ton 40, and he's got down to a finish. Chance to break the throw here. It'll be the first break of throw in this match, and after Ryan Searle missed a golden opportunity to break the assets throw, Nicholson might well be about to hit back and go 3-1 up, and very, very quickly the tables have turned in this one. Treble 18 for Bullseye is the route. Gets the treble. Bullseye's missed this once. Oh, he's a lot closer, but not close enough.
Yeah, nudged the wire, didn't it?
Right.
But Nicholson might just fancy his chances of returning here, barring a 1-4-1 checkout from Searle, which ain't going to go.
52.
Seemed a little bit careless, seemed to rush those Ryan Searle. The first dart, it was just, he just missed, but then the next one, it was just chucked away rather hastily, and the third one followed, and he's not found any target he was going for. Double 8 for Paul Nicholson.
Yeah,
and there it is.
Carbon copy finish, isn't it? 9-8. He's done that twice now. And he has the break, and he's throwing here first for a 4-1 lead. So I think he would have taken this at the start of play.
Well, as we've said before, 3 years since we've seen Paul Nicholson in Euro Tour action. The last game he played was a 6-1 defeat to Kim Huybrechts, his old rival. Now then, a second maximum for Ryan Searle. I'm not sure if he's got a nickname.
I couldn't find one.
The Pearl,
The Earl,
the Girl,
the Unfurl. Well, there's far too many players are using verbs as, adjectives as.
the calm, the gentle.
Yeah, so let's have a verb. The unfurl.
I mean, it makes about as much sense as the calm.
Yeah, I was scratching my head for a good 10 minutes about that.
Stefan Stoiker, if anybody was wondering.
The calm.
Stefan Stoiker, who calmly exited the tournament earlier on.
I suppose it might allude to the calm before the storm, but there was no storm from Stoiker today. He lost 6-2 to John Bowles.
The Bulldog. Good solid nickname. And good solid leg from Ryan Searle here, looking to break back immediately. Nicholson needing a couple of trebles to get to a finish. All 3 would give him a realistic chance of winning the leg.
Ooh.
Well, it's left the old Barney 156, but Searle gets a poke at the 1-2-1 first. Ooh, that's not how you do it. Ooh, really isn't.
38.
Yeah, more encouragement here for Nicholson. This really would be. And Searle has left himself 83, so
he may only get a dart at the bullseye when he returns, Ryan Searle, and that just gives Nicholson a bit of hope, and this will give him some hope. This would give him all kinds of hope. Oh, phenomenal stuff, the asset. 156 checkout, and you see that bit of aggression, and maybe. Look, Paul Nicholson has talked for a little while about how he's coming back into form and how he thinks he's getting better and he can compete, and convincing himself to, mix it with the top boys. But until you get up on stage in front of hundreds and hundreds of people and produce darts like that, you don't know.
Yeah. He's certainly backing it all up today. It's a very eye-catching performance so far from Nicholson, but he's not there yet, and he's wise enough and experienced enough to know that as well. But I've been a little bit disappointed with Searle so far. I thought he might have brought more to the party than this. But Nicholson hasn't really allowed him to some extent. I suppose.
Well, look, I mean, Paul Nicholson has not only got a few years on him in terms of experience as a dart player, he's certainly got a lot of experience on him in terms of big stage darts. And remember, I know this is a European Tour event. This is not Ali Pali, the match play, anything like that. But the crowd in here, the noise we've got, the stage, the cameras, the lights, this is bigger. Yeah, this is bigger than a lot of major venues. There's more people in here than there are at, say, the Civic Hall in Wolverhampton for the Grand Slam. More people than there are at the Grand Prix in Dublin, the City West. This is a new experience for Ryan Searle. I know he's played various big stage tournaments, done it in the BDO before he's moved over. But this is a new experience, and it's not as if he hasn't given himself opportunities, and that is a third 180 for the Somerset man.
Well, this is an opportunity that he simply can't pass up. I mean, he's got the cushion here. Nicholson will apply some pressure. Another one of those would go down very nicely indeed. Okay, ton 43. But Searle just simply has to take this out. He needs something. Double six.
Game shot in the 6th leg.
Well, that'll do him the world of good.
7th leg, Paul.
And the German crowd serenading him with Du hast die Haare schön. They haven't really had much opportunity to sing that at anybody today. That's You've Got Lovely Hair. Yeah. Peter Wright's staple, that one. And Simon Whitlock, they get sung that home a lot.
Yeah, didn't really apply for Richie Corner, certainly. Ryan Meikle, they could have trotted it out for that.
And yeah, I mean, look, Ryan Meikle is immaculately coiffured as you would imagine a barber to be. But, they tend to like big hair in Germany. This is probably a la mode in these parts.
Scorpions. Springtime idea.
The Scorpions.
Diogo's dad rocking the house there as well. Still here, bouncing now. Now the tears have dried.
The Portela family have really bought into the Euro Tour. Not only have they come here and played in it and won, but they've decided to stay the whole day and just soak it up.
Yeah.
Good on him.
140.
Totally different man, isn't he now? By the way, Mario Portela leading the singing. Now the pressure's off.
Why not?
Brilliant. What a man.
Carnival in Hildesheim.
Yeah. It's not quite Rio.
140.
They've seen bigger carnivals in their time.
Well, you wait till Merv's on. It'll make Rio
57.
look like
Notting Hill.
May Day celebrations in Lou. Now then, Nicholson. He's got 19 points ahead of Searle, plus these. Needs to set this up. Crucial leg here. He can either go 5-2 up or be broken. It's 4-3 and Searle is throwing to level the match. That is not the ideal setup.
No, he needs Searle to make a mess of this, really. If Searle can get down to below a ton,
96.
which he hasn't. But still,
24.
in the balance, this one.
One treble for Nicholson gets him a dart at the bullseye. One treble for Searle gets him a dart at a double.
18s. For the bullseye.
Missed it
Nicholson.
twice. Make that 3 times, and twice he has gone very, very close.
Yeah, nudging the wire. But likes the 988, he's taken that twice today. 51 remaining, double 16 for Searle. Oh, he's got the wrong bed, and this is an absolute gimme now for Nicholson. Should have 2 darts at double 8s, barring a huge mishap.
Well, 9 for double 8. He's had no bother in taking this out a couple of times so far in this match for 5-2. And there it is. 9 double 8 comes good once again for Paul Nicholson, and the asset is 1 leg away from a first win on the European Tour since 2014. Certainly the attitude, the walk-on, the shades are back for Paul Nicholson. Is the asset really back? We'll be a little closer to knowing over the next, 1 to 4 legs.
Well, we've said it before, when you're in this position, it's perhaps all about the next leg when you're throwing first. Obviously, if the chance comes along and you take it, all well and good, but it won't be the end of the world if Searle does hold his throw here and Nicholson is taken to a 9th leg, just as long as he holds his throw and he's got a big security blanket here.
58.
Well, if you're going to have visits like that, do it in this leg.
Well, Nicholson has always been one of those players who, a bit like James Wade, in that he's not the biggest scorer in the world. He's not going to relentlessly pound in 106 and 5 averages against you, but he is very good at somehow digging deep to find big visits when it really counts. And we saw that earlier in this game when he went ton 40 and took out the 156 in consecutive visits at a crucial time to stop Ryan Searle breaking the throw and making it 3-2. That opened up a 3-leg gap. And that's the sort of stuff that Paul Nicholson, at his best, was superb at doing. He's nodding. It's exactly where he wanted the dart to be. And he follows it in with another.
Yeah, well, down to 161. You wouldn't put it past him the way that, well, he might have the opportunity because Searle has not been convincing. That has found single 17. So 66 remaining. Yeah, so the bullseye, will he take it out? Nicholson's missed it 3 times and Searle misses it again.
Paul, you require 161.
Can he? Can he?
He can.
He could, but he won't.
Emphatically not.
He was a long way off with that treble 20 as well.
64.
Well, 64 gets him down to a 2-dart finish. Ryan Searle, 25. Paul Nicholson's taken this out 3 times. He knows the route. He's been watching him. Oh, that is savage. It looked good and deflected right the way across the target area and into the single 8. Now, Paul Nicholson, will he get a match dart? Treble 19 for double top. Treble 18 for double 12.
Oh, tops instead. So, yep, he's in position again. Should Ryan Searle slip up here, double 4 could be awkward for Searle, and he's just outside the wire. That's not gone in, Ryan.
Always good to check, though.
Yeah,
with these darts and doubles.
And again,
surely.
Oh, well, that one's further away.
And that might be curtains. Ryan Searle, 3 darts missed. Paul Nicholson, double top for a 6-2 victory. The asset is through to the second round. Paul Nicholson will face Spain's top player Cristo Reyes. Ryan Searle, not the debut that he was hoping for on the European Tour, but pretty much everything going according to plan for Paul Nicholson. You won't be hearing from him in the commentary box this weekend, it looks like. The asset faces Reyes in round 2 tomorrow. A 156, check out the highlight. Coming up, we've got Mervyn King. What a night for the Merverts as he takes on Rasto, Michael Rastovitz.
Ein 6:2 Erfolg für Paul Nicholson. Applaus für Ryan Searle. Und Paul Nicholson hat dieses erste Match hier auf der großen Bühne von Hildesheim gewinnen können. Gratulation! Paul, congratulations. That was your goal. Last year when we talked to you in Hildesheim, you always said, I want the tour card, I want to be back on that stage. And that happened.
I worked very hard over Christmas, and being a commentator for the European Tour last year was exactly what I needed to be hungry again. I had really bad problems with my shoulder, bad problems with my wrist, like Jelle Klassen can testify to. The thing is, if you take time off and you realize how much you want this, you can come back as long as you want it hard enough. And this Hildesheim crowd means a lot to me because I've been here before and I'm just so grateful to be back.
Tell us, how were the last couple of weeks? What kind of feeling is it to get back on that stages, to get back on the tour and winning matches?
I feel very nervous. It's been a long time since I've been in front of such a great crowd with lots of friends, and they're used to me having a microphone in front of me and just talking about darts. But now it's different. People want me to perform, they want me to win. And I know that Ryan Searle is a fantastic player. He's played great on the Challenge Tour last year, and I know that he wanted to win tonight, and I know that he didn't play his best tonight, but I took advantage of some mistakes, and I'm very grateful because I get to play again tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right, and we're looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Paul. Congratulations, Paul Nicholson.